Okay, everybody, let's do it. Let's talk Amico. There's been a few news updates. I'm way behind. I took some extra time with the family, but that's okay because you know who's always behind? That's not Intellivision Amico. They did an update. We'll talk about it. They have limped into 2025. I can't see them lasting much longer. It really feels like to me, this is just my opinion based on what I observed, that they're trying to milk every ounce of the investor money they can before they go out of business, that they're trying to just pay John Alvarado and maybe Phil Adam, and that's probably it. Maybe some of John's relatives who are helping work on the games. So let's go back real quickly. So April 16th, 2021, that means we are going to be celebrating a 4-year anniversary of Intellivision Amico raising almost $12 million on Republic. So how do they thank all the people who poured all this money? Well, they do the laziest update. But before I get to the update, let's just go back. Let's see. First of all, they have over 1,900 reviews, okay? How many likes does out of the 1,900 do they get for their latest update? 16, and then before that it was 14, and then 20, and it's just like the same people, except they're slowly going away. 28, 35. Oh, look, here in September of 2022, over 2 years ago, you could comment. If you're an investor, you're not allowed to comment. But if you look at these comments, there's some questions, but guess what? Phil Adam never, from what I could see, never answers any of these comments. He doesn't answer a single one. No one from Intellivision. By the way, I don't think any of the bigwigs are really with Intellivision other than Phil and John. So let's go back. Let's look at the other updates. So the last time someone from Intellivision actually answered is way back here in January 10th. I am recording this right now on the 10th. This video will probably get out on the 11th. So happy 3-year anniversary to the last time there was a post on Republic. 3 years that someone from Intellivision actually answered questions. So I think Nick Richards and both Tommy Tallarico answered a few questions down in here. If you look, there's Nick Richards answering a question. And later on, I think Tommy replies to another one too. There's Tommy answering a question, but it's been 3 years since Intellivision, after raising almost $12 million, has answered a question to the investors. I mean, what questions would they have? Well, maybe, y'all sold the rights to Astro Smash and Shark to BBG. You guys got a lot of money. We're investors in you. Do we get any of that money? You guys sold the Intellivision name, which you sold to us. This is a big deal. That was one of their big part of their pitch. It's Intellivision. We have history. You sold the name to Atari. You got money for that. Do we get any money for that? I mean, there's some questions. So anyways, look at this update. This is the entire, I'll click on this. Phil Adam. Oh my goodness. He doesn't post an update. He posts a link to a PDF. This is what they emailed out to, by the way. He posted a link to a flippin' PDF. How lazy can you get? They give you $12 million and this is the best you can do. So this is from December 17th. The big news: Amico Home is finally on iOS. Whoop-dee-doo. And we'll look in just a minute on how it's doing on iOS, the updates on Google Play. You could do the Amico controller. Oh, and Rigid Force Redux Enhanced is also is now available both on Google Play, and we'll look on the sales in just a second. By the way, on Google Play, the original Rigid Force Redux is $1.99. So it's on Google Play and Amazon and iOS. And If you bought the box edition, by the way, I have the boxed edition. I have that paperweight. I have that glorified greeting card. You can use it to get a free code. You can register your box with the Amico Club. Of course, you can't get a refund for it at that point. That was like in the fine print, but you can get a code. And they're now selling this at their shop. You could buy a single version of this. Let me click on this for a second. So we go to, oh, look, it still says Intellivision. You can now buy these for 25 bucks. Holy smokes. You can buy them. You can still get the packs. Anybody remember what happened? I think it was October of 2021, over 3 years ago, when they said, last opportunity. This was October 15th in the email. We're almost sold out of our physical product. And then later on, this was like October 20th, I think. They said we're almost sold out. I think they might have been lying. I don't think they were telling us the truth. So here they still have the Intellivision name. They don't have time to take away their Intellivision name. Atari owns it. But hey, they're trying to unload. They probably have a ton of these still. They're not almost sold out, and they're trying to milk every dime they can. Now, refunds, from what I hear, every once in a while someone gets a refund, but that's about it. The rest of the money, where's it going? Where's all that money going? It's going in their pockets, and they probably have to slowly milk it so it doesn't look like they're committing fraud, right? That's just what it looks like to me. So anyways, let's go back to this update, this PDF. So Rigid Force Redux, you could buy it by itself. And they're planning to get Finnegan Fox and Evel Knievel on the Amico home store. Wait, this looks familiar. This looks really familiar. Hey, we're still working on the controller. Remember that controller they were going to manufacture last summer and have out by Christmas? Hey, we're making progress. And the Amico dev program, and they're selling the same merchandise. What? This looks familiar. Well, over on the Reddit, Intellivision_Amico Reddit, Beetlejuice7, I don't know why it says I'm offline. Beetlejuice7 posted a comparison between their update in February 2024 and December, and look at the similarities between these two. They're very, very similar. Oh, and by the way, there's some people in the Amico Discord who try to take advantage of the Rigid Force Redux Enhanced you got the box, we'll give you a code for free. And their redemption codes aren't working. And by the way, those codes they probably got them for free, like before from Google Play or Apple or whatever. And they're for reviews to actually sell the product, but instead of giving them out to reviewers to sell the product, they're just using it to take away some of the financial burden they owe these people by selling them box games for a system that's not out, for games they can't play on a system that they paid for them in 2021. It's just disgusting to me. It's disgusting. Let's look at the original roadmap that they posted. This was almost again a year ago. So this, in a way, this video is very timely because January 7th, like I said, I'm recording this on the 10th, probably go out on the 11th. Let's see. Rigid Force was supposed to be out in March, and it just dropped in December. Finnegan Fox, that they made a big deal about, that was supposed to be out in April. The iOS was supposed to be out in April. The whole dev program was supposed to enter closed beta and be opened in April. And the Amico controller was supposed to be manufactured in the summer, according to their roadmap. How behind can you get? I don't know why anyone could trust these people. I don't know how you could trust it. So anyways, that's the big news. Again, nothing groundbreaking. Let's see how games are doing. So Shark, we're at 100. That hasn't changed since the last time I looked at it a couple months ago. Missile Command is at 100. Cornhole, that's at 100 plus now. That actually did change. Wow, finally they got to the 100. And by the way, I think if you had a pre-order, you could get that for free. I'm not sure. I think that's the case. Astro Smash, same. It's 100. Dart Frenzy, poor Dart Frenzy. Why would you want to be a part of the indie program? Look at this. The one new original game that like kind of was a surprise that came out of nowhere. It doesn't even reach 100 downloads. I mean, of course, the price doesn't help. And here's Rigid Force Redux, okay? So it's almost been a month now because I'm late. I'm behind December 17th. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, by the way, before we do that, let's just look at how many people got Amico home. 5,000 plus have the app, downloaded it. 1,000 have the controller. By the way, Sideswipers at demo, glorified demo, it's still at 100. That's an awful console or whatever you want to call it, app to game ratio, right? 5,000 plus and no game can eclipse the 100 plus mark. Rigid Force Redux, drum roll, please. 10. 10. And some of them are probably codes and friends and stuff like that. 10 plus. So that means it's between 10 and 50 because that's how they do it on Google Play. It hasn't reached 50. So it could be 49 in the best case, or it could be 11, 10. I just like saying 10. Okay, let's go to the iOS store. Now, the Apple store, they don't give you sales, but what you could do is look at ratings. So Amico Home, wonderful Amico Home has a 2 out of 5 star rating and has had 4 ratings. Come on, let's aim for 4 and settle for 3, everybody. So let's see. Can we go to the other stuff? So the controller, 3.1. It's got 14 ratings. It has a lot more ratings, but it's still 3.1. And those are free, by the way. Let's see. How is Astro Smash doing? Oh, it's got 3 5-star ratings. Probably the same people. You know, there's some diehards. They'll support anything that Intellivision does. Oh, by the way, do you notice that they're still called Intellivision? This is new. How can you get away with this? You sold the Intellivision name to Atari, and yet here you are calling yourself Intellivision in the App Store. There is no ratings for Shark. Rigid Force, 1 5-star rating. 1. I mean, you would think like Phil Adam and John Alvarado could give 2 5-star ratings, right? Cornhole, nothing. Like the stuff here is just bombing. It's all bombing. Let's see. Am I missing anything? I think I got them all. So that's the big news. There's still, you know, that monitor, the heart monitor is still slowly declining. I hope if you want a refund, you got your refund, but to me, it's disgusting. It just looks like to me that they're just milking every last dollar they can before they close the books, doing minimal work, stuff that should have been done April, according to their own map. It took till the end of the year, or it's not even done yet. They'll be lucky. And don't get your hopes up for those controllers. I don't see them manufacturing those controllers. I see no way that I would be absolutely shocked if they actually released actual factory manufactured controllers. Maybe they have some around the office that they auction off or sell to a few people, but I don't see them manufacturing. I don't see how they have the money that they would spend the money when they can't even give $100 refunds to pre-order customers who aren't getting a system. I don't see how they have the money for this. And especially when they're only selling 10 copies of Rigid Force Redux Enhanced. And who knows how many of those were actually paid for versus promo codes. So that's what's going on in the Amico sphere here in early 2025. Still looks kind of dead to me. Just little itty bitty signs of life as they gasp for their last few breaths. That's just my opinion. Let me know your opinion in the comments below. Hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas and a happy new year and are staying warm, and I will see you next time.